In eastern Nepal, the April 25th earthquake left many people without a roof to sleep under. In some towns and villages, almost 100% of homes are damaged or completely destroyed. Even if the house looks somewhat okay from the outside, it's too dangerous to sleep inside. Families sleep in tents, makeshift shelters, or converted farm buildings. Day-to-day activities continue.
मैले टाउको पकाउँछु भने भन्दै आज माथि नै खाउँ।
Aparna is improving the lives of people struggling to get by. Over the years, she has provided health care for thousands of individuals. During this time of crisis, she has adapted her services to people who have been hurt or traumatized by the recent earthquake. She has organized health camps and coordinated distribution of needed items such as tents, mosquito netting, blankets, food, corrugated metal, and other needed supplies. Her son, Sandeep, is a medical student in the final stage of his training. He too has been providing medical treatment and essential care to people in the affected areas. Aparna practices and teaches Healing Touch at her Global Healing Touch Center in Nagarkot, about 30 kilometers east of Kathmandu. Healing Touch is a therapy that helps to restore and balance energy that has been depleted due to stress, illness, injury, grief, medical conditions, surgery, or medical treatments such as chemotherapy and radiation. This couple has a house nearby that was damaged in the quake. They stay in Aparna's Nagarkot Healing Center while they figure out how to rebuild. Here is another couple who live with their 2 children in the healing center. This woman's house was completely destroyed by the earthquake. 10 goats were killed in the collapse. Some bags of food were salvaged, but it is filled with dirt and stones. She was able to save a few significant items from the rubble. This man was homeless before the earthquake and moved to Nagarkot to find work and a place to settle. Now he must live in this ruined shed. Aparna brought a few provisions to help him get by. This family lives in some converted mushroom houses. They look fairly comfortable, but they will not hold up in the monsoon weather to come. The baby was born just a few days after the earthquake. On the way into town, we stopped to look at this house, which looks undamaged. I commented on the construction, which appears to be less affected by the earthquake and subsequent tremors. A woman appeared and invited us onto the porch. We soon learned that she lost her mother in the earthquake. Aparna spent some time comforting her and offered some healing touch. While we were in town, we purchased a chocolate bar and gave it to her on the way back. While we were in Nagarkot, we encountered this couple. His wife was hurt trying to help people who were trapped in the rubble after the earthquake. His daughter was covered in rubble after the earthquake and had a break in her ankle. This young man, named Rupesh, lives nearby. He's an only child and suffering from depression. He applied to the British military but wasn't accepted and is now wondering what to do with his life. We talked a while, and then he came by for some healing touch. This man and his grandson were in the building, pictured here, when the earthquake hit. They both got out alive, and you can see from the expression on his face both relief that he and his grandson are alive and grief at the loss. We spoke to this woman near the temple at Sanku. She had lost her home and had been wearing the same clothes for 8 days. We bought her a Fanta orange drink and a dozen eggs. Aparna obtained some clothing from one of her sources. We brought the clothing to Nagarkot for distribution. On this day, we visited a converted chicken coop that is housing 27 people. The women and children of the village gathered round while we opened the bags and let them sort through them. We held out this one little dress for the baby that was born a couple days after the earthquake.
योजना पनि बनाएको छ जस्तो कसले अर्को त्यो लाग्यो भने हुनु हुन्छ कि
दिन भन्दा छिटो चामलहरु छिटो त्यहाँ पछाडतिर केटाहरु छ बोल्नु न ग्रेनेडमा भुक लाग्छ नि के त्यो मान्छेहरु चाहिँ बेग्ला
सक्दो सहयोग गर्नु त्यही हो
आमा जान भइसक्यो आमा जान भइसक्यो
सक्दो सहयोग गर्नु त्यही हो
आमा जान भइसक्यो आमा जान भइसक्यो के भएछ भनेर होइन औषध लिएर जानु भाइ जानु नजानु के गरी जानु
को रेजिस्ट्रेसन पेन छ
बिहान क्या मैले सबै पेज भएन त खोसेको मैले परे
कसैको ब्यागमा पेन उही
बनाउनु सक्दैन हैन अब यस्तो घर बनाउनु धेरै पैसा लाग्छ
Okay. What they're saying is that the problem they're facing right now is they don't have enough to eat, number one. Number two is this house has been their everything. They put their money and they've been living in this house. Now they can't even afford to build a new one. अनि हामीले रातहरु अस्ति बाँड्यौं
बसिरहेको थियो तिरपाल सिरपाल पायो पानीले भिजेन
So the answer is that the food distribution and tarp distribution that we did made a huge difference because people didn't even have tarp to stay on, and it's been raining on and off, and at least now they have a shelter that they can stay on. And in the food, we gave it to all these people, and they were saying that everybody is grateful, you know, in times such as this, that even a little can go a long way. I'm asking them what do they need immediately. The answer they're saying is that they need money to build a house, you know, and money to eat, buy food and things such as that. I'm asking them, in order to build a house like that they have, how much would it cost? And according to the estimation that they're giving me is 1.5 million rupees.
This will be the little shelter for the monsoons. The monsoon is hitting in 4 weeks, and at least 3-4 people can hide their head under the shade so they can be safe. It doesn't cost much, about $200 would make this little shed. And people are concerned their animals. That's the only way they can make a little money. There are lots of goats and buffaloes, and they are worried about this, having some safer place for their animals more than themselves. So they can sleep that over other side in a small shed, and they can build from any remaining materials from the old collapsed house, and they can make a little shelter for their own animals, a chicken, cow, goats.
But this is a problem everywhere. It looks okay, but inside it's scary to go. Well, right now they're trying to build a little shelter, preparing for the weather and monsoon. So in this little structure there will be living 3 males, 3 females. And then 1 little kid. I'm asking them why put tin roof all around, because it will be hot. But he's saying that there will be snakes and then there's a problem of tiger coming around as well. He's saying that no, he wants to get rid of the buffalo because they don't even have enough food to feed. How are they going to take care of the buffalo, their animals? He wants to sell it, and he just sold a buffalo that would cost 45,000 rupees in half price, 22,000. The structure they're building down there would look like this. And you know how they put They're saying that there's 17 people staying here right now. They're saying, including another 7 kids. He's saying that, yeah, we gave the tarp, but it's not big enough for 10 people to sleep in. They need more. There are some people giving tarps, but they're not getting it in. But what we gave was the one where they're sleeping right now, and there's 10 people of them, and it's about 15 feet by 12 feet, the tarp. They're saying that right now what they need is tin roof and nails just to build a shelter. So he's saying that the government, I don't know if they have done anything to other places, but here they haven't gotten anything, even after 3 weeks after earthquake. This is her house. This is where she's living. This is the condition. All her grains, everything is completely destroyed. She's offering me vegetables from her garden. And, the relief that we provided, she wants to give us something. She's insisting that I take some vegetables. भुजेलो आउनुभन्दा अगाडि कति अगाडि जन्म्यो? पछाडि जन्म्यो? कति दिन पछाडि?
15 गतेको. 12 दिन पछि.
So the baby was born 3 days after the earthquake. The big earthquake. The first one. What to do?
What to do?
How to do?
Where to cover?
In the aftermath of the earthquake, there are hundreds of thousands of destroyed homes. The former occupants are living in tents and makeshift shelters. Monsoon has begun and rain is expected daily. In Sindapalchuk, this man shows his appreciation for the mosquito netting he just received, a necessity under current conditions. Aparna continues her efforts as money trickles in. She organizes health camps in areas where people have limited access or resources for medical attention. The people receive checkups, vaccinations, and treatment for any number of conditions. Education and self-care kits are provided to young women in school. Here we see pictures taken in Sindapalchuk in mid-June. Depicted here are elderly and single women receiving medical attention and relief items in Haipong, Sindapalchuk. Aparna has been serving this area for 30 years. And the woman showed here always hugs Aparna and lifts her off the ground. On this recent day in June, Aparna hugged and lifted her, giving rise to smiles and joy all around. On all occasions, healing touch is freely offered and provided by Aparna and her students. People have been traumatized by the recent loss of life and homes. Tremors still occur daily. Most of the tremors are in the 4 to 5 range and some are hardly noticed. But when they come, people can be heard shouting, "Bui Chilo," earthquake, and running from the buildings. Healing touch helps people to relax and accept their current state of being. It creates a caring and loving connection between the healer and the recipient. The government has pledged to give victims of the earthquake a little money, but it only amounts to a few $100s, even if the home was completely destroyed. It's hardly enough to buy food, let alone rebuild a home. Homeowners insurance is virtually non-existent in Nepal, so individuals are on their own to rebuild. I hope you'll share this video with friends and family. And if possible, consider making a tax-deductible donation in the U.S. to Self-Reliance Center, USA. In the UK, contributions can be made to the Wilkins Memorial Trust for Self-Reliance Center, Nepal.